Hey ladies, Nat here, founder of Fit Addicted Nutrition. Today what we're going to be talking about is the six-pack formula for women. And so basically what I've got here is the formula that is necessary specifically for women. Yeah, it'll work good for guys too, but it works better for women just because of our hormones and how we react to stress and carbohydrates. So this is going to be the best thing for us, okay? So if you guys have listened to my last videos that talks about like why women need a female specific approach, basically it's because we are more stress reactive and more carb reactive. And we become more reactive as we age. And so those two things become a more important issue in our diet. And it's something that most traditional, like off-the-shelf counter diets aren't really taking into account. And so what we want to be doing is we're going to be focused on, when it comes to building a six-pack, to leaning out and getting toned, yeah, we need to eat protein and veggies, right? So we're focused on protein and veggies, and that's what P plus V stands for, right? So it's P plus V times walk plus smarter exercise. So protein and veggies, again, the purpose of that is to really make sure that we're not eating too many carbs. But there is another side to that, because we want to make sure that we aren't just eating low carb all the time. It is important for the female body to cycle the diet, because if you eat low carb all the time, you will run yourself into a ground and you'll find yourself eating 1,000, 1,200 calories and not losing a single ounce of weight, okay, and working really hard. And basically you've just driven your metabolism into the ground, okay? And so, yes, we want to be focused on protein and veggies, but there should be periods where you're eating more carbohydrates. And if you want to know when those periods of time are, definitely check out the links below, because I have female-specific approaches on how to eat and train with your cycle, where you should be incorporating more carbohydrates into your diet without storing fat, okay? But for the most part, protein and veggies definitely wants to be sort of like the main dish, right? The main component. And then there should be every once in a while a few weeks of higher carbs. Then after that, we should be doing tons of walking. We're walking not to burn calories, but we're walking specifically to lower stress hormones. And that's what I'm telling my clients all the time. I'm like, look, when you go for your walk, it's not about going for time, for distance, for speed. It's not about burning calories. It's about lowering the stress hormones so that you have the ability for your diet and workouts to work. If the stress hormones are too high because you're eating too little, you're exercising too much, you're not getting enough sleep, or you're just always in a perpetual state of anxiety or overwhelm or go, then it really, like, the work that you put into your diet and your workouts, it's not going to show. And this is something that I like when my clients come to me, they're always like, it's funny, they always say the same thing. They say, if my body reflected the effort that I put into my workouts and my diet, I should be shredded. And that's because the stress in their body is literally preventing them from seeing all their hard work pay off. And so this is why we incorporate walking into our program. And then the third thing is smarter exercise. So when it comes to smarter exercise, what you want to be thinking is, we want to be looking for workouts that, again, that increase fat release, but they also they don't cause a lot of stress on the body. And so, they don't leave you super hungry. They don't leave you craving carbs, because those are indications that the workouts are too stressful. Anytime that you find yourself sort of like just hungry all the time, or craving carbs, just feeling sort of ravish and you just like need that carb, it's because your heck is out of check. And what that means is that your body's too stressed. And when the body is stressed, it's I always say this, a body that is stressed is a body that doesn't burn fat or build muscle. And so that has got to be the number one thing that you take care of before you start to go further with your diet or your workouts. You need to take the stress down. And so you can take that stress down through walking and smarter exercise. And so when it comes to smarter exercise, I like to incorporate the B's and the H's. So if you guys haven't seen my video on, on the B's and the H's, definitely make sure you check that out, because this is exactly what you should be incorporating in your workouts. We want to find workouts. We want to do workouts that definitely release a lot of fat. So things that are high intensity, okay, and heavy. But we also want workouts that aren't going to create a lot of stress on the body. And so what I mean by that is, moderate to longer workouts are going to create more stress. And shorter, intense workouts are going to really keep the stress as minimal as possible while still burning a whole lot of fat. So that's going to be the type of workouts we want. And you know that you're working out right when you're not super hungry all the time or craving carbs. So like, for example, when your mom tells you, hey, I want you to come over for dinner and I want you to come hungry, what do most people do? Naturally our reaction is going to be like, oh, I'm going to go for a real long run, or I'm going to do a really long workout, right? Because it's those longer workouts are going to leave you hungry. And so we don't want that, because if we find ourselves constantly ravished for food, well, then we are easily going to blow our caloric deficit, because it is way easier for us to grab a protein bar or two, and there goes our calorie deficit like that. So we really want to make sure we're focused on smarter exercise rather than longer exercise or harder exercise, okay? And then all 4 of those components together are going to create that lean physique. And the best part is, if you do this right, you shouldn't be hungry, you shouldn't be craving food, you shouldn't be burnout, because you're doing everything right. You're keeping the body in a very balanced state, and so you won't be fighting the body. So if you want to learn how we actually do this in my one-on-one academy, and you want to do it on your own, I have some female-specific approaches, like dieting protocols, down below. I've got a $7 period plan, and also a female hormone diet, 4-week female hormone diet that will teach you how to eat and train with your menstrual cycle, or not. Even those you guys that don't have a period, it'll teach you how to cycle your diet in such a way to incorporate a smarter way of training, and to create that lean body physique without feeling hungry or ravished, or burnt out. So definitely check out those links below. And if you guys are looking for some accountability, if you know, like, hey, those diet programs or online programs just don't work for me, like I end up buying them and I'm 1 week in and I always quit. Like, it's just better for you to work one-on-one with a coach rather than just flip-flopping from diet to diet, spending all this money, when a coach could literally just help you, take you from where you are to where you want to be within 3 months. So definitely, if that's you, if you struggle to really follow through with online programs, then definitely reach out. You can apply to work with me one-on-one. The link is below. And that's it, guys. Just got to put it into practice, okay? So hopefully that helps you guys out. I know it's helped me out a lot. Specifically, the biggest things that really helped me out were the walking and the smarter exercise. As soon as I started to incorporate those kind of things, everything got easier. My food got easier. I didn't think about food anymore. I wasn't obsessed about it. I rested more. My hunger was in check. My body just leaned out. I started to look leaner, less puffy, less digestion issues like gas and bloating. So we cannot underestimate the power of smarter exercise and recovery to really create that lean physique that we want, okay? All right, guys, hopefully you enjoyed that. Hopefully you learned something. We'll see you guys in the next video. Love you guys. Bye.